Hello, good morning, and welcome to today's Facecast. One of the things we've had to exercise during this period of coronavirus lockdown is a certain inner discipline, isn't it? We've either exercised it well or we haven't, and the results of that might be very telling. Because we have to be locked away in our own little bubble, our own little world, we need an inner discipline to live by. Have you found that? Have you found yourself disciplining yourself in some way? It might be as simple as always getting up at a certain time, no matter what you've got on that day, which is probably not very much. By what you've got on, I don't mean what clothes you're wearing. I mean what's happening that day. You can easily fall into, I'll just have another 10 minutes in bed, and then an hour later you wake up having slept again. Well, you might need to exercise a self-discipline there and arise at a certain time. You might have certain things that you do during the course of the day that give you a structure. You might pray at a certain time. You might eat at a certain time. You might take your exercise at a certain time. All of those things, those disciplining ways, are very good and very useful for us. And they are biblical. Look at Proverbs chapter 20, verse 30. Blows and wounds cleanse away evil, and beatings purge the inmost being. Wow, that's exciting, isn't it? We can beat ourselves silly, and it's not really saying that, but it's alluding to the fact that when something strikes us, when something is as definite as a blow to our body, it can cause us to stop and take stock and put right what may be wrong, presumably the person who's hitting you. But it can help us to get our lives in check. Beatings purge the inmost being. Well, yeah, that can be taken too literally, can't it? And in times past, throughout history, there have been times when beating somebody was thought to be doing them good because you're beating them. But it's not really saying that. It's saying that physical discipline and inner discipline can cure us of doing wrong things. It can prevent us from doing wrong things in the first place. If we exercise this idea of beatings and purgings to ourselves, it doesn't mean we go around flailing our backs with a whip. It doesn't mean we hurt ourselves in some way. It means we conduct an inner discipline and that we take care to make sure that we do the right things and don't do the wrong things. During lockdown, have you found yourself, as I said earlier, tempted to do or even say the wrong things? It's very tempting just to be an ordinary human being and not be a Christian person. But that's what's required of us, is to go the extra mile, to do the extra bit, to be Christ's people. And this inner discipline that I'm talking of here is part of that. Blows and wounds cleanse away evil. Well, they certainly wake us up. If someone tells us off for doing something wrong, it's a shock to our system. If we tune into a Facecast and it says, make sure you do this and don't do that, it helps to remind us. It's a blow to our sensibilities. And beatings purge the inmost being. So if we are disciplining ourselves, it creates within us that correct righteousness that we need. These things are in the word in order to help us, not to punish us. We mustn't avoid what they say. We must understand what they say and apply them to ourselves. Take care. Have a good day. See you soon.